Right then, it finishes Leeds United 0, Aston Villa 0. Villa cannot break down a 10-man Leeds United away from home and walk away with a deflating point. And that is ultimately the feeling of it. You know, we've known this for a long time with Aston Villa. Whenever we go against 10 men, we are a shadow of what we play like against 11 men. And ultimately, we can't ever seem to get the job done. And it's happened yet again. Villa cannot take advantage of a sinister red card. And Villa have ultimately come away with it with a point, and it's incredibly pathetic. It's so crap and pathetic. The calibre of the team that we have, and we're not able to break Leeds down for 90 minutes when the whole game we've been the better team, had multiple chances. You know, I'm looking at stats here, 19 shots, 7 on target in 56 possession. You know, we've completely dominated Leeds for 90 minutes, and we cannot find the back of the net. What is the point? What are we doing? What are we doing? You know, we've had multiple chances throughout the game. The likes of Buendia, Coutinho, McGinn, Watkins. Watkins today has, particularly for me, shown he's bugger all of using his team now. There is little that he's offering. Yeah, okay, you can hold the ball up for 90 minutes, but you're a striker. We bought you with the intention of scoring goals. How many goals is he scoring? Does he ever look like a player that screams to me he's going to score a goal? No. Does Danny Ings look like a player who's ever going to score a goal? No. Does anyone in this team, you know, when you watch this team, when you watch it today, although we had the multiple chances, did it feel like we were really going to score today? No. No matter how many clear-cut chances we had, no matter the fact that we're playing against 10 men, Villa cannot take their chances, and against a really, you know, inconsistent Leeds team, you know, in a game that's got a bit of a heated rivalry to it, which, to be fair today, there was a bit to it, you know. Villa ultimately can't take the chances, and ultimately Leeds will be the ones walking away here thinking, you know, we've gotten away with it considering we've lost a man. Whilst Villa go on Twitter and just see the whole game, we can't score. You know, if we're not scoring here, what the hell are we going to do in Nottingham Forest? What happens there if we don't score or don't even get 3 points there? Because the draw means bugger all today. You know, he's shambolic and he's ridiculous. To watch that and know that we still can't play against him. And even if then we want to fucking score that goal. This was the same against Southampton. We barely got through with the goal of that. Watching this team is just so... Over 2 weeks? It's crap. Wait, 2 weeks to see that. A load of rubbish. You know, but let's look at some good things there. I think overall, as I said, Villa were the better team. Going forward, we created a lot better chances, creating more chances than Leeds did. Admittedly, you know, they had to sit off because they lost Sinistera, so they're not really going to go forward as much. They tried to at times here and there with the counter, but ultimately weren't able to make any of their chances commit. I thought there was a lot of aggression in the play. You know, obviously this is a game that means a little bit more to Leeds fans considering what did happen in the Championship a few years ago, but it's still that bit of a heated rivalry there, I feel. And ultimately I liked that some of the aggression we was playing. You know, there were some really good moments of play. You know, I think Coutinho again really had a good game, showing that he's got a really good sense of quality. He's knuckled down and doing the same what he was doing at Southampton, you know, really pressing and going forward at players, and really giving them a tough time. I think it also didn't help the fact we lost Augustinsson right at the end of half time, the fact that we had to change the team around, change our defensive line. I think he was doing all right, to be fair, from what I saw. I thought he was really giving himself a good go. But again, that's poor man management. That's what you get with a player who's not really had any game time for Villa. You're thrown straight in because you lost your other 30-year-old left back. And now that he's gone, what are we going to have to play now? Young's going to have to go back there. Or is, you know, what's going to happen? What are we going to see there? It also does scream, where's Chambers? Why is he not on the bench unless he was injured? You know, it's a little bit worrying seeing fullbacks wise. If we're not going to use Chambers out there, our only real fullback right now available is Ashley Young and Frederick Gilbert, which might mean they have to get called back. It's what for me, Watkins, right? I just don't understand it anymore. Yes, when he came in, there was a lot of anticipation around him. Had a really good first season, 15 goals. Next year, hasn't scored as many. For me, he doesn't come across as somebody that's scoring goals, and he should be. The amount of chances he has in the last 5 minutes, the fact that he's through on goal twice, and he's not dinking it over the key, he's not putting any power or emphasis into his shots. It's a one-on-one. You should be finishing those goals. We've seen you do it with Brentford. Why are you not finishing them and putting them in the back of the net? You know, the amount of chances we had, admittedly, again, Leeds defended very well. They're going to defend well when you're a man down and, you know, you've got no control of the game. You've got to put yourself behind that line. You've got to build that wall. And I'll tell you, they did. But it's stupid with the players that we have and we're not breaking them down. Not only since the red card, but for the whole 90 minutes. I'm sorry, but Villa should have won that game. There is no way in earth. This should have been a draw. Villa had enough chances there, and they should have taken them better. And ultimately, we're coming out of here with really lacklustre point. Something that means bugger all considering the position we're in. Had we had won today, had we had won against Nottingham Forest, it would have been really good 6 points and actually helps us build some momentum up the table and finally kick on before the World Cup and ultimately into this season. But again, it's results like this that do not help Gerrard. It's results like this that do not get people back on his side. Southampton wasn't great, but that was because we were playing a team that was so rubbish that it felt easy to play against them. Everton we got away with, you know. It's poor, it's so poor to watch. And then look what our next games are. Nottingham Forest on Monday, Chelsea, and then we're going into Fulham and Brentford and Newcastle. You know, they're going to all be tough games. We're not going to get something out of Chelsea because we're rubbish against them. And Forest is, again, ideally, it needs to be 3 points and there is no other, you know, work around it. We need to be more aggressive. We need to be playing on the essentially like that for 9 minutes. Be the team in control, but ultimately take the fucking chances. Whether that is playing Danny Ings, whether it's giving Cameron Archer a go. You know, if Danny Ings and Watkins aren't scoring, what the hell is stopping Cameron Archer? If you didn't want him here, you're going to send him out on loan in January. Why was he sent out on loan in the first place? Why are we relying on 2 strikers that combined can't find the back of the net? It's shambles. It's an absolute shambles. It's really infuriating. You know, as I said, 2 weeks we've waited for this. 90 minutes we controlled this game. And ultimately, we've come our way with it. With a point. And it's not good enough. It's not a result that helps Dean Smith. It's not a result that helps Villa. And it's not a result that anybody's really going to take from us and be like, you know what? Yeah, a good point. Because the point doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help Villa. You know, and as I said, it just does not help Gerrard in this situation. If I had to say a man of the match, I'm going to probably go for Coutinho. I think all game, you know, he's given the 90 minutes. I think he really does show some good effort again, really giving it to Leeds' fullbacks and ultimately reapplying the pressure onto them. But yeah, Leeds 0, Aston Villa 0. Let us know in the comments down below what you thought. It's Nottingham Forest away next. We need 3 points, otherwise Gerrard is going to be yet again in a massive amount of trouble. But yeah, up the Villa with the pride of Villa. We'll see you for the next one, boys.